BoatScopy, BoatScopy Nicolas Venance, BoatScopy, a show by Yachting Art Magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Nicolas Venance speaking, Yachting Art Magazine. Today a live report from Canet-en-Roussillon in the south of France from the Catana Group shipyard. In front of the shipyard, let's discover today the flagship of the Bali ranch, the Bali 5.4, and for this private walkthrough, let's meet Boris Compagnon, Sales and Marketing Director at Catana Group. Boris, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nicolas.
Behind you, the flagship of the Bali ranch, an exceptional model, and today, for our happy viewers, you will let us discover for a private walkthrough this boat.
Yes, we're happy to present this boat, which has been introduced on the market 1.5 years ago already. So, here we go. We have the sunshine, a bit of wind, perfect day to discover the 5.4.
So, a few features about this boat, Boris.
So this is the real Bali concept. In fact, this boat has been the laboratory for all also smaller models. It's the biggest boat in the range. So of course we have the saloon-cockpit in one volume. We have no midship bulkhead. So of course that provides a huge and unique volume on a unit of such a size.
Walk around the layout.
Yes, you can because of the decking up front and on the back with the platform. You can walk around the boat without entering into the cockpit.
And of course the front cockpit.
Yes, and the forward cockpit, the solid foredeck is also a very important feature at Bali. I think that with that asset, we probably set up the trend.
So let's go aboard and let us dream with this saloon cockpit, exceptional volume. What is the total surface of the boat?
The whole usable surface on the Bali 5.4 is more than 120 square meters. So it's 120 square meters usable at sea, which is really exceptional on a boat of this size.
How does it work with the tilting door?
So let me show you.
So we will enter the saloon.
Just with a button, it's hydraulic, and the whole thing comes down. So even in case of good or bad weather, I mean, you can still use the whole volume of the boat. Okay, and that's exceptional.
Yeah, sure.
And same on the way up. So in fact, is when you're out at sea and most of the in beautiful conditions, in fact, you can spend, for example, 2-3 weeks without bringing the door down. You leave it just up.
How many interior layout do you offer on this boat?
We start with 3 cabins layout for the owners, and we go 3, 4, 5, 6 cabins plus 2 crew cabins.
Wow. And 12 people can sit around this table without any problem.
Yes, 12, even 14 people, because if you think about the crew members, that's 14 people. So yes, you need a very big table. Or we have also in option another foldable table, which turns into a coffee table, so which is more adapted to the owner's version, because in case of a owner's version, you have only 3 cabins, so you don't need such a big table.
Lot of storage inboard. And on the right, yeah, could you explain us, because it's so rare to find such capacity aboard a catamaran.
Yeah, this is so 2 big fridges. One is standard and the other one is extra. As I told you, this boat is this 5.4 that we are on. Actually, is this one goes into charter, so we need to increase the fridge and freezer capacity. So that's why we can offer as an option a second big house fridge. Okay, but even for some owners, we sometimes do build boats with these two fridges, one for drinks and one for food.
How is the front of the saloon organized?
So we have a U-shape galley, which is very good to brace yourself at sea, even if sea is not comfortable. Okay, with lots of storage. Okay, huge volumes for pots, for washing machine, washer and dryer, cutlery, food, everything. Okay. And on starboard, then you have the chart table. Also, we can store a lot of documents and all the charts and the electronics and so on.
A lot of natural light inside, and in the front of the saloon, the famous front door.
Yes, this front door gives access to the solid foredeck, which is I remind you, Nicolas, it's a dry area, completely dry, because you have no water sprays even when sailing up to 20.
Even when sailing.
Even when sailing up to 20 knots of wind. Okay, it's a dry area, so you can sail with this front door open, which is a great asset. And of course, this is another big playground, another big area that you can use either at sea or in the marina.
So aboard you have 3 different external areas.
Yes, well, you have the cockpit saloon, you have this solid foredeck, and of course you have the flybridge. This solid foredeck in the marina, as you can see now, it's a great asset because in most of the marinas everywhere in the world, the boat is stern to, so you have no privacy, because when you are in the cockpit behind at the back, and then you have all the people walking on the dock, and you have no privacy. While here with this solid foredeck and this table up front, then you can keep your privacy, and still with a nice door opening to the galley, so it's easy access, easy to bring food, dinners, and breakfast, for example.
Another specificity of the Bali Catamarans is the front window here, a tilting one.
Yes, this gives a great ventilation. Again, as we do not have any midship bulkhead, okay, because on more classical boats with a midship bulkhead, usually even if when it's hot and when you're at the aft in the cockpit, you're hidden, you're protected by this midship bulkhead, and it becomes very hot. While here, with this door and this front window, it creates a wind tunnel, so you always have very good ventilation inside the boat, either in marina or at sea.
So now we'll discover the flybridge. What are the main features of this flybridge, Boris?
Well, of course, it's the surface and the capacity. I mean, it's you can have up to 12 people on the flybridge.
Easy access, huh? I like that. Easy to go up.
Easy access and double access.
Yeah, right. On the right and on the left.
So here the flybridge is equipped, for example, with some nice features as a sink, water, and a fridge. Of course, all the maneuvers come back to the helm, so you can helm the boat from here, and all the sails you fine-tune the sails from here. Okay, so 2 people on the seat up front, in front of on the helm station. Okay. And this is a great dining area, for example, with 12 people around the 2 tables, plus very nice sunbed. Okay,
and solar panels.
And of course solar panels, because such a big boat requires electricity, and what you want on such a boat is of course autonomy. So the more solar panels you have, the better autonomy you have.
So now it's time to discover the different cabins. How many cabins aboard this specific model, Boris?
So this one we are on actually is a 6-cabin version.
So with 2 of the rear cabin, Which doors are external?
Yes, these two cabins aft have access directly to the sea. And of course, in the owner's version, this is a double access, either from the center of the boat or from the aft.
Huge volume.
Yes, big volume, good ventilation, okay, with portholes. And every cabin in this 6 cabins version, each cabin has its own toilet and shower.
2 meters 20, 30 high.
Yes, headroom very reasonable. So even for the tallest people, they can fit in.
Nice finishing with a good work for selection of material, furnitures.
Yeah, we try to pay attention and try to make the boat as standard as possible, because most of our boats are traveling around the world. So of course it's important that it matches all the tastes.
Who is the internal designer of this Bali 5.4 Boris Compagnon?
So the architect is Olivier Ponsin, and the inside designer is Lasta Design.
We'll now discover central and front cabin. What is surprising is that the volume of each cabin is quite similar.
Yes, we want to offer equivalent comfort for all the cabins. That was important. And of course, heads and shower.
Some details about the finishing and design. Good job. Now the front cabin with a beautiful direct view on the sea.
Yes, so the bed is a bit high, but because we wanted to keep the height under the bridge deck very important in order not to have the waves slamming all the time under the boat. This is important for the catamaran at sea, who especially offshore catamaran. And in fact, in front of this bed, yes, you have a great view up to the sea. So that's wonderful.
Of course, private.
So private shower and head, and you have an access to a skipper cabin up front, which has its own toilet and shower as well, and a bed.
How many skipper cabins?
2 crew cabins.
We will now go back to the saloon for the conclusion of this private walkthrough with our traditional question. When was this model launched, Boris Compagnon?
So the first 5.4 was on display in the Cannes Yachting Festival in 2018. So that was a year and a half ago now.
A success?
Yes, I think so. I think this boat has been very warmly welcomed by the market. We've launched more than 30 hulls today, and we're quite happy as we have a good order book.
Good order book, and the following model that will be discovered in few days is 4.8, which DNA is directly inspired by this flagship.
Yes, the 5.4 has been a laboratory, in fact, because we wanted to develop smaller boats like the 4.8 that will be launched very soon, and the 4.6 as well, that will be launched this fall. Exactly on the same concept with a front door and a huge solid foredeck.
Thank you very much, Boris Compagnon.
Thank you, Nicolas.